Why did Oklahoma, a musical by Rodgers and Hammerstein II, get a special citation Pulitzer Prize and not just the Pulitzer Prize for drama or for music? And for that matter, why is it that the Pulitzer Prize for music has never been awarded to a musical?
We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, we're only saying, you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma.
All aspects of this story are rather interesting, from the circumstances around the creation of the musical to 3 separate decisions made by the Pulitzer Prize Committee for Drama made across nearly 3 decades. I will start by discussing the events surrounding the creation of Oklahoma. Richard Rodgers was the composer of the drama duo. He was born in 1902 and went to Columbia University for his Bachelor of Arts and Juilliard for his Master's of Music. He is one of the most impressive composers of the entertainment sphere, being the very first to win the Quartet of American Entertainment Awards, nowadays called EGOT. To add to this, he had also won the Pulitzer on 2 separate occasions. In addition, he was one of the inaugural individuals to win a Kennedy Center honor, which only Marvin Hamlisch also has all 6. The quartet is called EGOT because it is made up of the following awards: the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. Roger has 1 Emmy, 2 Grammys, 1 Oscar, and 9 Tonys. In his early career, he worked with Lawrence Hart. Despite wanting the lyrics of musical numbers to play a more important role in the musical, Hart was unfocused and needed music to come up with his lyrics. The two collaborated until 1942, when Rodgers was interested in turning Lynn Riggs' play called Green Grow the Lilacs into a musical. Hart was not interested and told Rodgers that he could work with a different lyricist on the project if he desired. Oscar Hammerstein II was the lyricist of the drama duo. He was born in 1895. Even though he was 7 years older than Rodgers, he waited for college long enough that his Bachelor of Arts degree overlapped with Rodgers' time at Columbia University. Hammerstein somehow never won the Emmy or received a Kennedy Center honor. He was still quite successful, receiving 2 Oscars, 2 Grammys, 2 Pulitzers, and 5 Tonys. In Hammerstein's early career, he worked with Jerome Kern. Kern struggled with writing music when there were constraints. Hammerstein wanted the lyrics of musical numbers to play a more important role in the musical. However, when Kern was presented with texts to set to music, he could not write good melodies. This meant that he wrote the music first, and Hammerstein had to write lyrics after the melodies were done. Interestingly, Hammerstein was also interested in turning Lynn Riggs' play called Green Grow the Lilacs into a musical. Kern was not interested in the project and told Hammerstein that he could work with a different composer if he was interested in doing the project. So Rodgers, a composer who wanted to set text to music, and was interested in Riggs' play, and Hammerstein II, who was a lyricist who wanted to write lyrics first for a composer to set to music, and was also interested in Riggs' play, found a perfect match together. It was helpful that they were aware of each other prior to this project. The result was stunning. This musical has become so significant because it was one of the first musicals to use songs and dances to advance character and plot development. This was only achievable because the lyrics were written first, so that the songs could be exactly what is needed in the moment to support the story. I could find 78 nominations, with 21 of those winning the award between the original Broadway production, the movie adaptation, and the various revivals. Let me quickly highlight a few of these awards. The original Broadway production received the Pulitzer Prize Special Citation in 1944, and a special Tony Award 50th anniversary in 1993. The West End revival of 1998 won the Critics Circle Theatre Award for Best Musical and the Laurence Olivier Award for Outstanding Musical Production in 1999. The Broadway revival of 2019 won the Tony Award for Best Revival of a Musical, the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Orchestrations, and the Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Orchestrations in 2019. The West End revival of 2023 won the 2023 Laurence Olivier Award for Best Musical Revival. The 1955 movie won 2 1956 Academy Awards, for Best Sound Recording and for Best Scoring of a Motion Picture. It was later introduced into the National Film Preservation Board in 2007. Hopefully it is apparent that the musical is deserving of a Pulitzer Award. The story becomes even more interesting when looking at the Pulitzer Prize for Music and the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. The Pulitzer Prize for Drama was first awarded in 1918. The goal was to stimulate the creation of high-quality plays by American playwrights and to encourage them to write about American themes. The Pulitzer Prize for Music was established in 1943. For 22 years, Columbia had been instructed to give out music scholarships. However, they decided to change to giving an award in 1943, 1 year prior to Oklahoma being eligible for the award. According to the Pulitzer Prize archives, 1944 was a challenging year for awarding a Pulitzer Prize for drama. The only play that was worthy of the prize was written by someone who was not American. This made them ineligible. They also were interested in giving Oklahoma the prize. However, it was a musical. They thought about just awarding the drama elements, but it was equally good music as drama, the perfect fusion of the two. Their solution was to give it a special Pulitzer Prize citation, and to award no Pulitzer Prize for drama. Now, I could call the story there, but I promise you, the story keeps getting better. This decision baffles me, because Oklahoma was not the first musical to get a Pulitzer Prize. In 1932, Of the Ice Sing was given a Pulitzer Prize for drama. They decided to give the award to the lyricist, director, and book author, but not the composer. This meant that George Kaufman, Maury Reiskin, and Ira Gershwin received recognition, but not George Gershwin, who had to wait to receive a Pulitzer Prize until after his death 65 years later. They specifically excluded George Gershwin because the award was specifically for drama and not for music. I am also shocked by the decision made in 1950. Just 6 years later, another musical is given the Pulitzer Prize for drama. What is crazier is the circumstances around the decision. The committee wanted to give the win to The Consul by Giancarlo Menotti, but couldn't separate the dramatic elements from the musical elements and offered up a play for second place just in case the music would disqualify it from receiving the prize. Menotti ended up being selected to win the Pulitzer Prize for Music, so he is understandably not given 2 Pulitzer Prizes for the same opera. The trustees got back to the committee and told them that a musical element doesn't disqualify the drama award from being awarded as long as the dramatic elements are worthy of the award. The committee then stated that the musical South Pacific by Rodgers and Hammerstein II should therefore win the award instead of the play, because now they can consider musical dramas for the award, and their first place pick was taken by the music award. So basically, the answer to my question is rather complicated. Oklahoma was given the Special Citation Award because in 1944, the committee did not know that they could give musicals the Drama Award. In 1950, this new rule was made official, and 7 more musicals have won the Drama Prize. 5 additional musicals are finalists, and 1 opera was a finalist. I think that the drama and music committees have come to an agreement that musicals fall into the Drama Award and operas fall into the Music Award. My last piece of evidence to support my claim is that musicals do not tend to follow the academic music trends. So this leaves them less likely to be considered for the Pulitzer Prize in Music. As for why operas do not seem to be considered for the Drama Prize, I speculate it has something to do with the precedent set in 1950 with The Consul. You can check out the recording to The Consul for yourself by visiting my website in the description. I have also done a video on Giancarlo Menotti if you are interested. If you want to see more from my Pulitzer Spotlight series, like and subscribe for weekly content.